some technical difficulties, but you know how it goes with video. We are back. We are in the building. And today I am super, super excited to have Kenniqua Jones here with me. Oh my gosh. Hey, Kenniqua.
Hello, Zaylee. Hello, everyone.
Hello. I'm so excited to have you here. Super, super excited. And for anyone that is watching, I would love if you introduced yourself. I know I asked you before, but you know what? Let's let you introduce yourself.
Sure. Yeah, so I am a serial entrepreneur. So I do have two businesses. One is a website design business and course creation service business. And then the other side of my business or other business, I actually do online course creations for entrepreneurs to mainly help them earn revenue from home.
That is absolutely amazing. That makes me kind of want to ask, like, are you? I know Thinkific is having an event um, for gosh, experts and people who are you part of the event? Are you going to the event? Is I'm not even too
I
sure.
am signed up. I am
Okay,
signed
good.
up. I do plan on attending the event. So I love every event that Think If It comes out with. Thinking Color, especially, is my favorite.
Yes,
But yeah, I'll be there.
thank you. Hey, shameless plug.
Yes.
Yes. So speaking of which, we started having conversations about thinking color this morning. So I'm super excited to share that with you guys as we go along. But Kenniqua, welcome. And welcome to everybody else who's here. Michelle, I see you. Keisha, I see you. Chandra, say hi if you are here. You guys know we love interacting and engaging with all of you. Don't be shy because I know I'm shy, right? No need for all of us to be shy, right? But we are going to ask Kenniqua some questions, some juicy questions, questions that I have written down because I'm curious, right? I am super curious. Kenniqua, are you ready?
I'm nervous, but I'm ready.
Don't be. I'm so excited. Okay, so my first question, actually, I had my computer kind of opened up. But I want to ask you because we're talking about the camera confidence class today. And I really wanted to bring Kenniqua on because she is so confident on camera and she uses video content consistently in her business. And from what I have seen, and from even like she's always in our Facebook group sharing her journey, which I love so much. But one thing that I've realized on your journey, Kenniqua, is that you also connect your videos to your business content and even selling your online courses. So I want to dive a little bit more into that by first asking you just what made you think about starting to do video content.
Okay, so to be perfectly honest, it was you. When I first went and started my online course, it was back in 2017. And
Wow.
I had a course that I recorded using freeconferencecall.com. And it was a screen
Wow.
share. And I would sell just that little link and I would manually email it out, but it was no face, it was nothing. I actually didn't jump on to camera on YouTube until about 2020. And it was after watching your videos and you kind of going through and just giving out tips of how to get in camera. I'm an introvert, I'm very shy. I don't like getting on camera at all. I'm more comfortable with it now, but definitely at the beginning, it was very, very difficult to do. So yeah, I started watching her videos and I'm like, okay, she's right. I could do this. And I just kind of inched my way in there. I started off my first video that I actually was on screen. I did like a screen share and I would just do the little corner video. So I'm like,
Right.
I don't have to be, full video, full face. And I just kind of moved it up from there.
Wow, I have goosebumps. So Kenniqua does not know like what questions I'm gonna ask her. And
No.
whoa, first of all, wait. so so now I'm like naturally curious. Like I love that you said that you're an introvert. I tell people I'm an
Yes.
introvert all the time and nobody believes me. They're like, yeah, girl, whatever. But I love that. I did not know that you're an introvert. Crazy because now I'm thinking what like wow. In the Facebook group the other day you said that you batched. I can't remember how many reels you said specifically, but for me, I'm like an introvert batching that amount of reels kind of sounds out of this world, right? So I love that you shared that. Like, whoa, okay. And I love that you shared your online course journey too. And it kind of makes me, well, first of all, I kind of want to ask, where did you find me? Like, how did you find me? Or because now I'm curious, like, wait, what?
So I found you on YouTube, and I just stumbled across you. So I was looking for, I had started my online course, and so 2017, I was just on the link. And then about 2018, 2019, I was looking for, well, how can I be better at selling these courses? So
Mhm.
I looked and I found Thinkific. And then I was trying to set up a community for my students because I wanted them to be able to interact, but I wanted to know what it looked like before I signed up. And so I YouTubed it and I said, think if it communities. And you were the only person that actually signed up, that actually had a YouTube video on it.
Wow. Now that that makes me, it's funny because I know that I use video content intentionally, but I promise you that it blows my mind anytime I hear someone say, I came from YouTube and this is the video where I first found you, right? And
Yeah.
it's so crazy that it's like, you're doing it intentionally, you're putting content out there intentionally, but to hear someone say it is so powerful. So thank you for sharing that. Like, whoa, 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 whoa. I have so many questions. Like, my brain right now is exploding because I'm like, wait. I have so many questions. So you found that video on Thinkific, and then like what happened after? Because you took Package Your Presence, which was one of my online courses. Well, it was a master class that I'm completely revamping. It's all new. We're launching it again right now. Cart is open right now. But how did you go from YouTube on a communities video about Thinkific and then make the decision to sign up for an online course that I had, or a master class that I was offering?
Really, it was just about going through and really connecting with your content. Because after I went to that video, that our first original video about Thinkific communities, I'm like, oh, she looks pretty cool. And I like how she is in this video. Let me watch another video. And then let me watch another video. And then I just start going down this rabbit hole of watching videos. And I'm like, oh, I could be doing this. Zaylee says, because at the time, I honestly, just like how most of the members in the Start Shoot Grow community, is there a lot of us are starting from scratch. And so
Right.
you're like, hey, put books underneath your camera. And I'm like, I don't
Yes.
have that many books, but I do have a shoe box. So let me take my
Yes.
shoe box. And so I'm just taking tips that you're saying. And so I can honestly say I probably watched almost all of your videos. So I went from doing that to like, okay, I like Zaylee. I'm going to definitely sign up for this course.
Wow, that is so crazy. And if I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure I could go into the Facebook group and find a picture of your stuff like stacked onto books, if I remember correctly, or on a shoebox. I don't know why I think that you posted that somewhere along your journey. I love how open you are about sharing like how you're improving your set as you go along. Like, it's so inspiring. And don't ever stop doing that for your business. In our group, we appreciate when you share, which is why I was like, genuinely, let me ask Kenniqua to come on and just chat about how your journey started, and like how you got to this place of. And I even know that you being on camera got you different opportunities for yourself and your own business. Are you able to share a little more about that?
One opportunity I would say that really stands out to me, besides just business, is a time where I simply recorded a YouTube video about my experience with the Thinkific App Store. There's an
Yes,
app that I actually love through the App Store. It's by Rob Gavin,
yes.
and he has these apps, and it just launched, and I purchased it. I think it was like $100 for the one, and I loved it so much that I did a YouTube video on it. And then he sent an automated email, to say, how did you like the app? And I just replied back to it and let him know that, I absolutely love this app. And I replied back with that YouTube video. And he messaged me with a personalized video to let me know, how much he appreciated that I did that video and that review. And then actually gave me lifetime access to all his apps. So that was like one of the best things
Girl.
that happened. That really happened at this point. Cause I'm like, that's really awesome.
That's so exciting. Like imagine being able to connect with someone in that way. And just the back and forth and the organic the organic nature of that relationship where you did something that benefited his company and he was able to give back to you. That is really powerful. And I know Rob, he's absolutely awesome
Yeah.
and funny because recently like I bought the app as well. He's since released like others as well,
Yeah.
but I bought that app and guess whose video I ended up on trying to figure it out?
My
Yours.
video.
Yes. And I think I actually left a comment or something there because I feel like, oh my gosh, it's so cool to see you evolving, you sharing, you and I want to support, So it's like,
I
oh
appreciate
my gosh.
it.
That is so awesome. Okay. So I want to ask, after you took Package Your Presence, which is now the Camera Confidence class, do you feel like did it help you in any way? Did it enlighten you in any way? I'd love if you can share a little bit with us.
It did. So it helped me. Like I stated from the beginning, I'm an introvert. Like you mentioned as well, a lot of people that follow me or when I go live, if I tell them that, they don't necessarily believe that either. But I definitely am. When I first started getting onto video, I was really not so secure about the person that's on the video.
Mm.
And so your course did help me to be a little bit more, like you said, confident on camera, even though I didn't necessarily feel like it. It helped me to at least look like it on camera. Even the small things that I think that we don't think about, like smiling on camera. My first videos, I was not smiling because I'm not just naturally just smiling. But those little things did help, raising your computer, using what you have to get started. That really helped because I think a lot of times, and I like how transparent you are about
Mm.
just taking your time through and using what you have, because a lot of people see all this setups that people have, like the big creators have. And we believe that we have to have that in order to get started. And a lot of people get intimidated by that. But I like how you say, like, no, just start wherever you are. And
Yeah.
I think that really helped me. I remember one live you had did, and I was a little discouraged because I actually just moved here in January, which is my new office. But I'm
Mhm.
like, I don't really have a space that really looks good for me to record in my background. And I remember you talking about your space and like, hey, my space is in a corner. And I'm like, I
Yes.
can find a corner and make it look nice. And so that's what I did for a year and some change is I dressed my little corner in my extra bedroom and I made it look nice for my background. So definitely the course has provided so many jewels for me to help me to be able to go on camera and not be so scared. I'm still nervous, especially with lives, but definitely, definitely way better.
Well, we can't tell because you're flowing so eloquently here.
Thank you.
But one thing that I love about what you're doing and, everything you're saying is the fact that yes, you're nervous to do it, but there's still the push through attached to it. You're still doing it because you know it's beneficial. Do you feel like you're going to stop doing videos in the future? Do you feel like you're on the right path, especially by using videos in your business? I'd love to know like what your thoughts are there.
I definitely believe that I'm on the right path with doing video. I definitely think for my business, honestly, if I were to say, is that I market my business mainly through video. I don't really use too many other resources. I mean, I have an email list and things like that, but for the most part at this point, I'm using video to generate leads into my business. So I'm definitely going to continue to do video and just continue to show up. I like being on video now and just connecting with
Mhm.
the people that I know that I can help. And I feel like I can do that even more just talking to people like this.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. It's so crazy. Like, it makes me even wonder, like, so you started doing video in, let's say, 2020 and started getting more confident and actually being on camera yourself outside of only screen shares and such. And so it kind of makes me wonder because now we're moving into a whole new space of video with, I love long form content, but short form content is super important as well. And so it makes me wonder if you did not start in 2020, would you be open and receptive to doing reels? Because you're also so good at those.
I have started doing some reels. I think that I am better if I'm going to use reels to like take like the little voice clips,
Yes.
not so much the songs because I'm not going to be the dancer. But the the sounds, and I kind of use reels to really make jokes, but at the same time share business tips.
Yeah.
So I like to use reels in that way. I try to be, like you had mentioned before, very intentional about video. Like I don't want to just be putting out videos, just be putting
Yeah.
out videos. So I want to
Exactly.
be really intentional about that. But yeah, I do like reels, Instagram reels. I'm not on TikTok. I don't plan on getting on TikTok. But yeah, definitely I do like reels.
Right. Yeah, I just wonder like if you would have been as receptive as you are to even trying them. If you had not started getting on camera, for YouTube and things like that. Like, do you think you would have? Because I feel like I feel like they're two different types of content, and you have to figure out how to marry and merge your long form and your short form content, right? So let's say you
Yeah.
were not showing your face at all, or you were, apprehensive about doing video. Do you feel like you would have been open to exploring reels as much as you are right now?
I think so, just because like how you stated it's short form, so I
Yes.
could do 30 seconds real quick. I think I could do a
Right.
good show for 30 seconds. Um, I don't think too much bad could happen in 30 seconds.
I know, right?
So yeah, I think I probably would have.
Yes, I love it. And then it makes me want to ask, like, what keeps you consistent? Like, what keeps you like wanting to create or wanting to batch? Like, what keeps you focused when it comes to video?
Really just the people that I'm trying to reach. Like I really made a commitment to posting on YouTube every single week. And
Mm.
honestly, like I said, I've been doing videos since January of 2020 and I post every Thursday and I haven't missed a Thursday yet. So anytime I think about missing a Thursday, I'm like, I feel really bad. Like I'm like, oh my goodness, I can't miss this Thursday. Like it's like an appointment to me. And so even a couple weeks ago, I almost missed a Thursday, and I came in. It's supposed to post a Thursday at 11 a.m. and I came in at because I didn't feel like posting. I didn't feel like recording a video, and I'm like, you know what? I'm going to record a quick video at 9 a.m. I got it posted at
Mm.
11:09 that day, and I got it done just to keep it from 9. It actually turned out to be a pretty good video. So just trying to be
Wow.
consistent and just be committed to what I said I was going to do, which was to post every single week. You mentioned the batching last week where we were in the YouTube, or excuse me, in the Facebook group, I believe it was.
Yes.
And that's what made me think about, my life would be easier if I
Yeah.
did batch. I have been trying to do that before, but I get lazy and I'm like, I'm going to record one video and I'm going to be done. So now I am starting to batch, and I figured that it's easier for me to go through record a video and record like
Wow.
maybe 2, 3 videos, then edit the videos as
Yes.
I go along versus trying to do a video, then edit, do a video that
Oh
doesn't work.
yeah.
Yeah. So
I love that you mentioned that. Even when I teach batching, I really teach batching. So you batch your videos, then you edit, then you bulk upload, then you bulk do description, title, thumbnails, because I feel like our brains are not necessarily meant to task jump like that. If
exactly.
you're focused on one thing, like focus on that thing. I know for me, I have recording days. So days that I actually record and I record a bunch of videos, and then I can schedule whether it's an edit day or a thumbnail day but there are things that I do on my recording days that will benefit my thumbnail day, right? So
Mhm.
I might just make sure that I take pictures while I'm recording, you know, so that I don't have to think of, because you get in Canva and you're like, man, I don't have a thumbnail for this. And your
Yeah.
thumbnail is like the most important piece of real estate. And I think that even having a thumbnail day is really important, because lots of times this is what we do. We go through the whole process and we're so burnt out by the end, and we make the thumbnail last, and you put the
Yeah.
least effort into your thumbnail, which is the thing that is your ad on the front of your video that's going to allow people to actually want to click on that video, right?
Right.
Like, even when we think about it, yes, my topic brought you here into this space and introduced us to each other, and now we're on camera talking it up, but like, even though you came through looking for a specific topic, there had to be something, with a thumbnail or something for you to be like, well, this is the one that I want to click on, or, this is what I want to explore, kind of thing. So it's just a mashup of everything. And I love that you are figuring it out like as you go along. So I love that your process is not perfect, and you're still perfecting as you go along. Like, even recently you shared your set again, and you're upgrading it, or you were upgrading it, which is your current set, I believe.
Yeah.
And it's like developing so beautifully as you go along. I love that you're giving yourself permission to improve as you go along. You'll come into the Facebook group, you're like, Zaylee, what are you using for XYZ right now? Because I'm looking for XYZ. And I'm like, okay, Kenniqua, this is what I'm using, this is what I'm doing. And then you go away, and then we see you come back. Bam. It's just so interesting. And even because you're so engaged and open to share, it keeps me attached to like, okay, so what's Kenniqua up to? Like, what is she doing? Like, I love that. It's so powerful for your process, and for everyone else, and that you're so transparent with sharing, right?
Yeah.
Man, Kenniqua, you are absolutely amazing.
I appreciate
Now I
it.
want to ask a little bit about your online course, if you don't mind.
Sure.
Um, can you share like the main way that you get people to sign up for your online course? Would you be open to sharing that? Like,
Sure. So most of it is going to be from the YouTube channel. So I do have a YouTube channel, I have a Facebook group, and then of course I have an email list. So majority of my traffic, I would say, how people get a chance to meet me that didn't already know me, mainly come from the YouTube channel. So one of my online courses, I have a couple of them, but one of the main courses, well, two of the main courses that I do have is, one is starting a virtual call center business. I have a virtual call center business, so I teach people how to launch and grow their virtual call center business. And then the second course that I do have, which is one of the other main offers that I actually don't talk about as much, but it's transforming your current skills into a lucrative online business. So those are the two main courses that I do sell. And like I mentioned, a lot of that does just generate from the YouTube channel and then from my email list.
that is so, so, so amazing. I am like just blown away by just your journey and your openness to share and your process. Michelle said, oh, this is the famous Kenniqua that always gets a mention in the videos. Oh my gosh, I love it. Listen, I am so thankful that we were able to have you here and able to have you share a little bit. I want to know, like, honestly, would you advise someone or recommend someone to sign up for the camera confidence class? Like, do you feel like it's something that would help someone if they were looking to grow in the online space?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Because I can honestly, and this is my honest opinion, that I personally don't think that I would have been able to just start getting on camera without have taken that course. So I would definitely recommend anyone that's interested in joining that course to definitely go through and join that course, as well as to, and I know if you guys are in that group, you guys are, know Zaylee, you're connected with Zaylee. But one thing I can say about Zaylee is that she is really about her people. One thing, a reason why too, Zaylee, that I am very much engaged into the Facebook group is because I remember this was a few years ago. It was probably maybe about 2 years ago, maybe 2.5 years. And I follow Zaylee on Instagram as well. And she was posting something in her Instagram stories, and I replied in her Instagram stories. I think it was an event or something. And I applied in her Instagram stories. And then you know how you send out your emails too. So a couple days later, I saw the email and I replied inside the email. And she replied back to the email and she's like, "Hey, Kenniqua, no, I saw that you sent me a message on in IG." And I'm like, how did she get my IG name and make that connection that it was me? And in that moment, I knew that Zaylee knows her people.
I do.
Zaylee knows the people that are interacting with her. She knows. And from then on, I'm like, okay, I'm definitely going to interact with Zaylee because I know that Zaylee knows me. So I think we might be friends.
Girl, look at us here now.
Yeah, so I'm like, okay, so let me go ahead and make sure I'm very interactive. And I can
Wow.
honestly say I'm in a lot of Facebook groups, but your group is one of the most interactive group that
Wow.
I'm in. I have the notifications set on, so if I disappear,
Wow.
I have the notifications come on. I don't know why sometimes they don't come out, but I kind of go through and check in. As somebody, even my stand that I got for my camera, somebody from your group sent it to me for free. So like it's the
Wow.
best community. So definitely I would recommend, sign up for the course. Zaylee is definitely going to be hands-on and really wants us all to just succeed at this. And I feel like you just give so much. Even if
Mm.
it's in a paid program or even free, I always get so much value. I'm never disappointed in anything that I see.
Wow, Kenniqua, I'm so humbled that you shared that. Whoa, it's so crazy that's crazy. And that for me, it's more of listen, if you're here supporting me and you sent me a message on Instagram, and then I see you send an email, if you're engaged, then I look at you as someone who is really ready to take action. And that's probably what I got from seeing you like in different places and definitely connected them like, oh, I like her and I'm interested in like what she's doing. It's kind of like I was saying the other day, if you have a vision for yourself and you're taking action on that vision, then other people are going to be interested. They're going to want to know, like, who are you and because you believe in something and your actions show that. So I don't know what vibe I got from you, but I was like, I like her. Like, and so, wow, my mind is blown right now that you're sharing that. But I really, really do appreciate you. And I care about my people. I'm obsessed with the people that are in my groups, in my programs. Like, I am really passionate about just seeing you guys win. Really, really passionate about that. So before I tear up, let me pull it back in. Kenniqua, I want to ask, do you have anything to share? Anything that you're working on that you would love us to know about? Anything like that? I'd love, to give you this platform so that you are able to share and let us know where we can find you on the interwebs.
Sure. Well, you guys can find me on YouTube. It's under my name, Kenniqua J. And right now, we actually do have, well, I have a YouTube series right now, which is launching your going into entrepreneurship in 2022. So I'm going to be sharing a lot of videos this month about jumping into entrepreneurship. So if you're not already an entrepreneur, definitely, head on over to that channel. I share a lot of videos about entrepreneurship, working from home, productivity tips on the channel. Again, every Thursday. I'm thinking about maybe doing twice a month. I'm not sure about that yet, but um, yeah, you can find me on YouTube and on Facebook under my name too.
Thank you, Kenniqua. I appreciate you so much. Thank you for doing this with me.
I appreciate
And
you
oh
having me.
my gosh, I'm definitely going to keep up with what you're doing. Thank you for being on here with us and for sharing your journey with everyone else.
Thank you so much for having me.
Of course. Bye, guys.